Now this is a car we know well. This is a 2018 Porsche Panamera 4e Hybrid. We sourced this particular car for a very good customer of ours over 2 years ago, and we now have the pleasure of having it back, having sourced him another vehicle. This is one of the highest specification Panamera 4e hybrids that we have ever seen. So we're going to run you through as many of those optional extras as we can in this video. The car has covered 69,000 miles from new. It's got a full Porsche main dealer service history. And actually for me, it's one of the most striking Panameras I've seen on the road. And it gets a lot of comments, especially out at petrol stations when you're filling it up. This is a car that definitely catches people's eye. It's a really special looking car. So let's start with the exterior. The car has a sports design package. So that is a completely different front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts. So you get a completely different design down here on the base of the front corner bumper. A much more aggressive looking section as it works its way into the lower cooling radiators. And that leads me really nicely to the fact that this car has adaptive cruise control, another lovely option, which is these radar sensors there. There is also an identical one on the other side. And whilst we are in this section of the car, we're going to explain a couple of things. The paint is Sapphire Blue Metallic. It's a cost option. It's a stunning color, and I think probably the showstopper of the car. It has a full gloss black pack, which is these lower sections of the grills, the door handles, and some extra sections around the back of the car. So you can see that lovely contrast there whilst we're at this corner. And moving up to the headlights, it is fitted with Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus with Matrix Beam. These are the most expensive headlights you could fit on one of these cars. They're an incredibly powerful light at night and obviously have that full Matrix adaptive beam. Coming around the passenger side, what we have here is 21-inch exclusive Porsche wheels. They are an amazing looking wheel. Again, a very expensive cost option on this car. They're beautifully finished with this lovely gloss black finish on the center of the spokes and a nice sort of high sheen silver finish on the front and the outer rim of the spoke. I think that is a really pretty looking wheel and a weird cost option that most people don't really understand or realize. Full colored Porsche crests in the center caps there. Most cars, if you ever look again and try and notice now, most cars come with a black and white Porsche crest. It's a cost option to have them in color. Lovely big Porsche brake calipers on the back there. They're a gray finish with the Porsche logo on them. And then working our way down the side, a really lovely sort of air escape on the back of the front wing there for the front wheel. That's finished in that gloss black because it's part of the black pack. And obviously just a little e-hybrid. And I love that Porsche do this with all their electric and hybrid vehicles. You get that lovely sort of outer line to all the lettering and that bright metallic, not that bright metallic, that bright fluorescent greeny yellow color, obviously signifying that the car has electric power in it, and the e-hybrid badge on the front of the passenger door there. Two tones on the mirrors, so that beautiful blue on the top and then the gloss black underneath, and then obviously part of the gloss black pack again, full gloss black all the way around the outside of the windows, and then while we're up here, massive glass opening panoramic roof. I kept saying it, this car has so many cost options. The black pack continues to the door handles, and then work your way inside. Piano black wood throughout. Options on options on options, and we will go through that when I get to the other side. Sports Chrono Pack Plus. That big roof that you can see in there makes a big difference in a Panamera, having the air and the light coming in through the big roof. Memory seats, driver, passenger, the list goes on, and I'll run you through as many as I can when we get round that side of the car. I'll just shut that door properly and open up the back. And again, a proper 2+2, a proper four-seater car this. 4 adults comfortably in this car. It's an amazing car to do a long journey in. Heated rear seats, an amazing place to sit as a passenger. Coming around the back of the car, the black pack continues, but there's some also really important things to note. Again, a cost option. Darkened rear tail lights. And I think this is really wonderful. It hasn't got a full light bar. I mean, I believe this section may come all the way across, but it's not like the slightly later cars where this is all transparent as well. But still, it's the early versions of that Porsche design, and it's a really pretty back end of this car. A huge deployable spoiler here, which comes up at speed to give you more stability at motorway speeds. And then obviously down here, again, part of that black pack, we've got the sports design tailpipes finished in black. Again, a cost option. So a really wonderful, lovely cost option to have on the back of the car here. And as I say, that contrast with the blue and the black across the car, it just makes this car just look, it stands out everywhere you go. Again, that lovely E4 hybrid Panamera green lettering around the back of the Panamera sign there, really lovely. And then privacy glass, I didn't mention it before, but privacy glass to the rear 3/4, including the rear screen there. Power tailgate, a huge boot. So again, not only is it a proper 4-seater, there's enough room here for 4 people to put luggage in here for a weekend away. You know, it's a proper family car, this, a really wonderful, usable vehicle. Parcel shelf is built into the rear section there. That attaches up here as well. So obviously, if you did want the parcel shelf out the whole time, it doesn't really matter when the tailgate goes up, it'll attach to it. Obviously, power tailgate comes down like that, and the reverse camera is on the back of the tailgate there. We'll come down the driver's side, and I'll jump in and I'll try and run you through some of all of, well, as many as I can of the long list of options inside the car. So we'll start on the driver's door card, and I think the most important thing, we'll start from the top and go down. If you have a look in the inside of the driver's mirror there, you've got a black cutout blind spot monitoring. If you come down the door card here, memory function for the driver's seat, that is also mimicked on the passenger side, so memory function for the passenger front seat as well. All electric, sorry, and I'll just bring the door in, apologies, so I can see. All electric, heated, power folding mirrors. You have got a button to release the tailgate there as well, so another release for the tailgate. Your fuel release down here as well. And obviously, this is probably the most important and biggest option in the car. Maybe I'm biased because I believe a stereo is one of the most important things that you can option on any car. This one is fabulous. I believe in excess of £5,000, the Burmester high-end premium 3D surround sound system, and it does not let you down. It's one of the best stereos I have ever heard in a car, full stop. I will fire it up. Obviously, being a hybrid, being electric, it'll turn on the petrol engine, that 2.9 litre V6 or 3 litre V6, I believe, that runs the petrol side of this car. And then obviously it's got that plug-in hybrid section to it as well. This car, just while I'm talking about it, does have its electric charging cables as well with it. They're just in a different room at the moment, but it does have them with it. So, starting with the steering wheel, it is the GT multifunction heated steering wheel. So there's a button on the underside here, and if I click that, you will now see on the right hand dial it should say steering wheel heating on. I can switch it, it goes off again. You've got all your controls on the right hand side over here to control that multifunction display on the right hand side. You can switch it to map, your lap timer, because this car is fitted with Sports Chrono Pack Plus, G-Force. There's lots of lovely graphics and things that you can see how the energy is being moved around in the car with the electric motors, so on and so forth. Porsche's sports adjusting panel, but I mean, I don't really know the actual name for it, being completely honest with you. I like to call it a Manettino, which is a Ferrari thing, but basically it allows you to drive the car in all of its different modes, and it's a really fast way of adjusting it. So you can go from Sport, Sport Plus, full electric, which it won't let me do at the moment because there's not enough electric power in the car, and then back to hybrid mode. The button in the middle is really helpful. That is the sports response button. You press that button and you get 20 seconds of the car on full power, full all the way up, tuned all the way up. And it's a really wonderful thing if you're in a bit of trouble on the motorway or something like that and you just need to get into a gap just to get yourself out of a situation. Now, over on the left-hand side, you've got your Bluetooth control. Sorry, your Bluetooth controls are on the right-hand side. Or on the left-hand side, you've got your multimedia controls and your volume, lovely gear shift paddles on the back. Your adjustments for the cruise control down there, adaptive, so you can adjust your distance. And then coming across into the center of the car, Sports Chrono Pack Plus, and again those lovely little details. Because it's an E4 hybrid, you've got all of the ends of the stalks for the clock there finished in that amazing fluorescent yellow. So little touches across the car that make it feel really special. Porsche's PCM5 system, a much better system than they've had in previous cars. You have a manual mode to go into those drive modes that are on your steering wheel and adjust them here on the screen. This car has DAB digital radio, it has its inbuilt navigation, it also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality. I'll just show you the navigation screen there. You can see how big it is, you can see how wonderful this display is. Lots of things can be adjusted. All your assist systems are here, so your lane change assist, your Porsche active assist, surround assist. The car's got so many packs on it, all can be adjusted from this screen. And you can see your hybrid monitor as well through here, so you can see where your energy range is, so on and so forth, whilst you're in the car. I will pop it into reverse, just so you can see the reverse camera. It's a massive reverse camera. Your 360 park aid on the sensors front and rear there. And then you have actually something really cool, which is a little button here, which will jet wash the reverse camera. So if the car gets a little filthy after a long drive, it'll have a button to clear that camera, clean it all up, and therefore you can see clearly out the camera again. A really, really lovely bit of thought from Porsche. Coming down the center panel here, dual zone climate control, heated seats for the front and the back, as I've told you. This car is also fitted with PASM, Porsche Active Suspension Management with air suspension. So if I put this car into Sport Plus over here, you will see in the right hand corner of this display here, if you can see it, you'll see that the car is lowering itself. It's bringing the car down on its air suspension into a stiffer, lower suspension mode, so the car will turn around the corners and roll less. A really lovely setting to have, and also amazing for ride comfort when you're just in the standard hybrid mode. It lifts itself up, it makes it ride a lot smoother. Cup holders everywhere. Massive center console down here with a lovely little pouch for your phone to go into, USB inputs in there, and then obviously up here above me you've got the roof. What I will do is I will release the blind. You can separate the front and the rear blind, so passengers can have the rear blind down and closed and the front one open, which is really nice. And then obviously it is a tilt and slide opening roof, which is a fabulous thing to have, especially in a car like this. And I'm going to jump out now and just bring the video to a close. Obviously keyless go as well, I forgot to mention that. Comfort go. And I'll just very quickly re-summarize this really, I mean it, really special Panamera E4 hybrid. 69,000 miles, probably the highest specification E4 hybrid we have ever seen, in that stunning blue with the full black pack and that incredible specification, as I touched on a few times. And it is a lovely car, full Porsche main dealer service history. So my name's Matthew. I hope this video has helped. Thanks for watching.